Donations of Ferraris would be extremely welcome.
It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like.
Okay, this is Donkey Kong on the Commodore 64, and I'm pretty convinced this is actually a modern homebrew. This has got to be a modern version. It's on the Commodore 64, but I've never seen a Commodore 64 game that looked like this. I'm kind of gobsmacked, actually. There's some very, very clever stuff going on here. There's something going on that's, oh God, increasing the perceived resolution on these sprites. There's some kind of interlace effect going on. I don't know, but wow. Yeah, I knew there was a recent Donkey Kong game, but I didn't realise I had it. It's actually on one of these tape cartridge compilations on this tape cartridge SD card doofer thing that I've got. Oh my God. Okay, this is getting a bit extreme. Oh God. Oh! This is hard. But then Donkey Kong is. I'm not good at it. Oh! But it plays really well. The sound is actually really authentic, because if you play or hear an original Donkey Kong game, the sound is certainly if you play it on MAME, the sound is really woolly, and this is really woolly. Which is very interesting. It's just really authentic sounding. The Kong sprite is not necessarily entirely authentic, I don't think. But I don't care about that at all. I think it's great. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, up the bloody ladder, you fool. I don't know what that's gonna... Oops, oh, stupid. What's that? Looks like a phone. It just points. What's that up there? Don't know, but points again. Cool, we'll have them. Go up the ladder with this, can I? Ah, that's cool. Oops. Stupid. I'm not so sure about the colour of those flames turning purple like that, but game over. Because I suck at Donkey Kong. Your name was registered. Okay. Only one player button. What? Left forward. Okay. I'm just sitting here staring at Kong and thinking... Maybe he did look like that and I just don't remember it quite right, but I am pretty astounded by this. Mario here seems to have a slightly more bulbous nose than he might have, and the colours, didn't he wear green or blue or something? So I don't think the colours are entirely authentic, but honestly, who cares? It's just... There's something going on here that's very clever. Ooh, that that was a bit close. Oh, balls. Yeah. Oh, you go away. Bloody flame thing. Whew. Come on, run! That barrel's a different colour for some reason. I don't know what the... Oh, that doesn't feel safe. I don't know what the colours of the barrels signify, if anything at all. Probably nothing, it's just a different coloured barrel. Maybe one's got bitter and one's got lager, and if there's a third one who's got Guinness. Oh. Words. How high can you get? Well, that depends what you're smoking, doesn't it? There's a bootleg version of Donkey Kong called Crazy Kong, where I die just as often as that, where it says, how high can you try? And for years I thought that was actually what it said, like on Donkey Kong. I didn't realise it was a bootleg version. But there you go. That is Donkey Kong on the Commodore 64. I'm sure that's not the version that was around back in the 80s. I'm pretty sure that is fairly recent. Impresses the hell out of me. I mean, yeah, listen to that. Okay, gonna go now. Thank you for watching. Based on the arcade version, Oxyron 2016. Yeah. Hello. Today's question for Q&A is from Shocks16. Link to his channel down there. He asks, for Q&A, this can either be gaming related or anything in general, but what would be holy grail items for you to own? Doesn't necessarily have to be expensive or rare items, just a couple of things you've wanted for the longest time but haven't been able to obtain thus far. Interesting question. In terms of gaming, nothing these days. I pretty much collected everything I wanted to get. There are systems that I don't own. It's like if I wanted everything, okay, there are tons of systems that I don't own. And there were one or two that were still on my to-buy list that I never got round to buying, like the Computers Lynx, the Spectra Video SV318, the Apple Bandai Pippin, and numerous others. But I've stopped collecting now. I've got all the stuff that I really want, those things that I would have liked. Honestly, I don't care anymore. They don't matter. My perspective has changed. I've scratched that itch, and you know, the urge to buy them has gone. They would just be an expensive item that takes up space that I don't have. So yeah, they kind of don't matter. Other things that I would really like and haven't got yet, there is one that comes to mind, and again, it's silly. I don't need it. There is no reason for me to want it other than nostalgia. It's a toy I had when I was a kid, an action figure called Muton. He was a purple alien, and I was always struck by the fact that the mould of him seemed to be very similar to the body shape of Action Man, known in the US as G.I. Joe. And I only found out recently the connection between G.I. Joe and Muton. I was watching on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us. It's multiple series, like shortish documentaries about the making of certain toy brands and lines of toys and stuff. And Muton kind of appears as a evolution of a line of toys that started with G.I. Joe, transformed through the years and various companies as licenses were granted or transferred or whatever, from G.I. Joe through Muton, through Micronauts, and ended up as Transformers. This blew my mind when I found out, because to me it was just like this really cool purple toy that looked a bit like an Action Man style thing that you could see through. Yeah. There are examples of Muton available on eBay, and there have been for years, and every now and then I have a look. And when I started looking initially, a half decent unboxed example was selling for 70 quid, and I was like, I don't want to pay that much, I'll wait and see if the price goes down. Stupid! Why would the price go down? They cost 170 quid now. So I didn't want to pay 70 quid. I sure as hell don't want to pay 170 quid for what a toy, a 40-year, well, I don't know if it's probably a 35-year-old toy. It might be 40 years old actually. It was pretty damned old. You know, I don't play with action figures anymore. It's purely a nostalgia thing. It would sit on a shelf and collect dust, and I'd look at it and think, that's cool. And that's it. And I don't have any shelf space anyway, so it would sit in a storage locker, collecting, well, hopefully not collecting dust if it is a good storage locker. No, make no sense, but I do. I'm going to put a photo or an image of it, if I haven't done already, in this, so you can see what I'm talking about. Makes no sense, you know. I want one, but I'm sure as hell not paying that kind of money for one. Yeah, I honestly can't think of anything else in terms of like gaming and toys and novelty items. There is, I suppose, actually, a holy grail. I want a camper. I don't really care what kind in terms of who makes it, be it like a VW T25 converted thing, or a transit, or not a motorhome, not a van with a bigger body stuck on, you know, literally a transit-sized van, but the internals have been converted into a camper. And I'd actually kind of like to do the conversion myself, really. But there are some that are really, really, really good and clever. For me, it would be maximum efficient use of space. As many possible useful things as possible crammed into a small space. So like bed, cooker, washing facilities like sink at the very least, toilet, and then power. Got to be power, so solar and wind turbine, which I guess you would stick outside as and when, with the battery, and 12 and 24 volt electrics, lighting, decent insulation. Yeah, I want one. Can't afford one. I sometimes look at the price of, say, second-hand transits, and the ones that get into the kind of price range that I could afford are like at the 170,000 mile mark, and I'm like, even a diesel engine, okay, it's not dead yet, but that's a bit long in the tooth. And even if the engine's still sound, how long before the body's rotting? So it's a pipe dream. it's a thing that I think, I'd like one of them, but it ain't practical. And by the time I can afford one, I'll be too damned old to be able to take advantage of it anyway. I like the idea of going on a touring photography holiday. You know, take some time off work, hop into the van camper thing, follow the coast road wherever, follow me nose with me camera, take photos. I like the idea. It's not going to happen, not anytime soon. One day maybe, but then it's like, why spend all that money? I could just book some hotels in various places. Yeah, but it's nice to daydream about these things. It's silly though. I mean, there is a town a mile that way that's great and photogenic and everything, and I really need to get out there with my camera and take some photos because it's gorgeous. And I've been here since April, something like that. And have I done it yet? No. Well, I've done some shots like around the outskirts and insignificant places that are not noteworthy. Have I been into town proper? No. So all thoughts of getting into a van and driving around to take photos are an absolute nonsense when I can't even get off my arse and take photos in town. Yeah. Kind of good at thinking about doing things, and when it actually comes to getting around to doing them, not so good. Wow, going off topic there. So yeah, Holy Grail items, Muton, Campervan. That's about it really. Unless of course anyone would like to donate, and this is following a thing on Twitter, a Ferrari 308 GTS. I would really like one of those. So donations of Ferraris would be extremely welcome. That's not unrealistic, is it? No. Okay, that's about all I've got to say on that, I think. Anyone else who's got any questions they would like answering in a video like this, with obviously very sensible answers, leave your question in the comments below. Begin with for Q&A, so I know not to just answer in the comments. And thank you for watching, and do check out the playlist that I'll link to down there in the description and the pinned comment. Yeah, okay, going now.
Yes, Your Majesty, it would be... What the bloody hell? Okay, which smart ass rigged the subscribe button to the teleporter?